you may all be aware that attacks on journalists have become so rampant that the GJA cannot silent on them, as our colleagues continue to suffer such inhumane treatments. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, one of the cases that is fresh in the memory is the attack on the Upper West Regional Chairman of GJA, Swala Abdul Wahab. The circumstances under which an immigration officer and a senior immigration officer for that matter pointed a gun at him and threatened to shoot him on June 20th, 2023 without any provocation certainly required urgent investigation and appropriate sanctions where necessary. In the course of the event, another immigration officer whose name tag is given as Enim Ajepong, who was wearing the rank of Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, ASI, and believed to be the senior-most officer among them, suddenly rushed over and threatened to arrest and lock up Swala. Subsequently, he rushed into his office and returned with a sidearm pistol, threatening to shoot the journalist for being too knowing amidst insults. He later put the pistol on a chair and wanted to attack our colleague Swala physically, but was restrained by some passengers and his colleagues. When calm was restored, one of the immigration officers asked Swala to go and apologize to the senior immigration officer. But the passengers disagreed, contending that they, passengers, were rather the victims of abuse from the officers. When the immigration officers realized that all the passengers were resolved not to offer any apology, they refused to open the barrier and unduly delayed the vehicle for some time as punishment before allowing them to pass. We call on the Interior Minister, Honorable Abbas Derry, to act swiftly on this matter relating to attacks of Swala Abdul Wahab by senior immigration officers. We expect him to act swiftly, just as he did in his reaction to the IGP's leak tape. We see the men in uniform as partners in development in ensuring that good governance and rule of law are upheld. They must be seen to be protecting journalists rather than attacking them. As enforcers of the law, they must know better. Therefore, we take their actions against journalists as deliberate attempt to gag journalists. The GJA finds the conduct of the immigration officers to be highly unprofessional and gross misconduct, which warrants severe sanctions. The second case occurred a few weeks ago in Obuasi, in the Ashanti region, where some miners were trapped in a mining pit. In the aftermath of that disaster, the Ashanti regional correspondent of GTV, Nicholas Osewusu, was attacked by some soldiers, while covering the incident. The only offense he committed was videoing a warming shooting spree being carried out by the soldiers to disperse a mob on the premises of the Obuasi Central Police Station. According to Nicholas, he ordered some of his men to confiscate his official working gadget and asked them to delete the videos as well. That was on the order of the leader of these armed officers. Well, when he was not sure of what they had done to retrieve the content from the phone used to capture the unfolding event, the military man personally seized it, went through it, and deleted every video the journalist had taken. To be certain that no traces of the video were left, he went into the recycle bin on the phone and deleted everything there before handing the gadget back to him. Sincerely, there was no act of provocation or resistance from the journalist, as we have been told and as established by our investigations. This act by the military against a journalist who was carrying his constitutional mandated duty can pass for terrorism against the journalist and journalism in this country. Again, let me emphasize that the GJA has petitioned the military hierarchy, and we are waiting for an urgent response. Our demands include investigating the matter thoroughly, and sanctioning the culprit appropriately. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a few weeks ago in Ashama, Angel FM's Tema regional correspondent, Augustine Anyabo, was assaulted with his phone smashed by residents of Ashaman, Lebanon Zone 2, just for taking picture of a toilet facility in a compound that had collapsed on people. The matter is currently in court, and so we are keenly monitoring the outcome.